history as an optional. And one of the myths is that it is too vast. So is it really too vast?
Actually, it is not. If you condense it, the chapters are not even 48. I should say they are 34. Why? Because there is no time to read extensively, prepare well, got the point. So better you listen to the teacher, rely upon the notes dictated, material provided, then go for the exam. Every day we are planning now to start map pointing, at least 10 to 15 minutes, one faculty to address the students on map pointing. And that apart, every topic, after the topic, it's a must for us to discuss questions first. Problem of UPSC generally boys who don't understand it. They think that their problem is a bigger problem. Really, the problem of UPSC is much bigger.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of VisionIAS related to history optional. And to talk about it, we have today an esteemed faculty of VisionIAS, Seenaiah Sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, before we start our talk about history optional, let's talk about some myths that are associated with history as an optional. And one of the myths is that it is too vast. So is it really too vast?
See which optional has less syllabus when compared with the history. Generally, the misnomer is that the optional is vast, subject history is vast. This is what is the talk around. But if you make a comparative study of the subject, syllabus of history with other subjects, optional subjects, in history for every segment, there are 4 segments: ancient, medieval, modern and world history. For every segment, there are 12 chapters. Secondly, of the 12 chapters, you are getting 10 questions. 10 questions in every segment. Ancient 10, medieval 10, choice is there of course for that. So in what way syllabus is vast here? 10 questions out of 12 chapters, that is number one. Second thing, if you make a very careful study of the syllabus prescribed, you see time and again the same subject and the same concept repeated. For instance, Buddhism repeated 3 times. Same Buddhism. Al-Biruni and his observations repeated 3 times. Adi Shankaracharya repeated 3 times. Bhakti movement repeated 4 times. Okay. If you look at it this way, time and again the same subject, same content and the same topic being repeated, making the syllabus look really vast. Actually, it is not. If you condense it, the chapters are not even 48. I should say they are 34. Okay. Unfortunately, we look at, we get carried away by the extent of the syllabus narrated and prescribed, thinking that it is vast. But if you vivisect it and make a clear study, it is definitely not vast. See, economy, how many times you repeat the same economy in ancient India? Right. Time and again he is repeating the same thing. Economy under Mauryas, I understand. Economy under Guptas, I understand. Economy of Indus Valley and economy of Vedic age. Not much difference. Same economic system, economy repeated as many as 6 times. So there is no point, role of temples again. Temple, Agrahara, 4 times he mentioned. Same topic. See, Bhakti movement of ancient is Bhakti movement of medieval. Shankaracharya cannot be different from ancient and Shankaracharya cannot be different from medieval, right? So there is no point. If you are very careful in your observation, I should say syllabus is definitely not vast. Okay, there are 36 chapters as per my understanding goes. Okay, and 36 chapters and you are getting 34 questions. Then in what way syllabus is vast?
Right, sir.
Okay, so.
And sir, there is also doubt among those who do not have history as their, graduation subject, but they have interest. So is it okay for them to take history?
Absolutely. I rate this number 1 qualification. Why? Because what matters finally is interest matters in selecting the optional. There is one lady, a Malayali student, but she topped with Hindi as her optional. There's one of my boys, he had his economics as his optional, for which no coaching, no material he had at that time. And he topped it. He topped the list. So finally, what that we advise our people is, are you really interested in the subject? If you are interested, that is the place, that's the right criteria for selecting the subject. So non-history students, my experience had shown, they performed exceptionally well than history optional students, because for them it is really interesting.
Yes, sir. And sir, like there's also this perception: is it scoring?
Yes.
Right. There are doubts whether history is actually scoring. So is it scoring at par with other optionals?
It is, you see the trend first of all. Couple of years back, at one point of time, not a couple of years back, and quite some time back, there's one optional that had exceptionally fared well. Afterwards, UPSC sliced it down deliberately. I don't want to name the optionals. Okay. Then another optional came to limelight. Then, so what happened, we don't know. I don't want to discuss this on the platform. Then they slashed that also.
Yes.
You understand? So problem is with the optional or with the candidate.
Right.
So I don't believe in these things. If you are really performing very well, okay, you are rewarded very well.
Right.
Don't get carried away by the propaganda that one option is exceptionally good for preparation, other options are not scoring. What is scoring? You should know how to score well. When you are conceptually very clear, when presentation is exceptionally good, who will stop you?
Right.
So this is a misnomer that history is not scoring. Let me tell you the advantage with history. A below average student can get above average mark. I may not tell you that exceptionally good marks will be given for history optional students, though the exceptions are there. But definitely one thing is certain, that it will not disappoint you. A below average student can do something, okay, coming up to the level of average performance. So everyone can write something or the other on the subject, because it is not technical.
Yes, sir.
It is not technical. I know freedom struggle, I can write something on the other on freedom struggle. So the subject allows you to perform. That is the advantage.
And sir, it there are advantages also of taking history, because there is some conversion with GS, or let's say like that. So what is that? What is the advantage of taking history for GS papers, or let's say essay?
One straight question.
Yes.
Which optional has this much of advantage when it comes to gender studies part of UPSC? Tell me which are the popular options. You have political science, public administration, internet relations, and sociology and all of that. Kindly suggest one optional for me which can give you this much marks. I mean this much rewarding, which is this much rewarding when it comes to gender studies. See, a solid 1/5 of GS paper 1 at the prelims. Solid 1/5. A minimum of 12, maximum of 21 out of 100.
Yes, sir.
Which option is giving you that?
Correct.
Number one. In the mains again, if you look at it, 2 questions from cultural history part, 2 from modern India, if you are lucky 2 from world history, are a solid 70 marks, 70 to 90. Minimum of 70 marks you are guaranteed. Kindly show me any other option with this much advantage. Practical utility, I am telling you, the subject's utility to gender studies. And second important thing is, can you frame a very good answer without historical background? International relations is nothing but history only, no? Social issues you are talking about, ethics you are talking about. Ethics is a part of the subject of ancient society, medieval society. What is the basis for ethics? Again, social history. For any subject, in gender studies, if you are framing a very good answer, it must have the background of history. That's why I say history has, an edge over the other options. Advantage.
So, sir, what should be the approach of a student who has now decided, okay, I will go ahead with history as an optional? So, how should a beginner start their history optional preparation?
It is, how he should start. In the sense, first of all, he must have a good understanding about the syllabus. Okay, assuming that he had seen the syllabus, he had gone through the subject, the basic understanding, primary understanding, then he must have seen the question papers. Once he gets the confidence that, okay, I can answer the questions, then better he comes to the subject history as his option. Otherwise, generally we don't encourage. Then you join the coaching program, or it's not that you must join. You may or you may, it's up to you. Then when you listen to the teacher, your concept should be more so clear. Better you listen to the teacher, take down the notes, and that itself can take care of you. Why? Because there is no time to read extensively, prepare well, got the point. So better you listen to the teacher, rely upon the notes dictated, material provided, then go for the exam. The constraints here are two. One is word limit is the constraint. The other one is space is the constraint. Okay, time is the constraint. So time and space, these are the two. Then there is no point in going through all the textbooks, established sources and authors. People are mad. This is where something I am really worried about. Okay, there is no time for you.
Right, sir.
Okay, what that general studies knowledge you have, general studies history part in the preliminary, okay, you are expanding the same in the mains. Little bit, flesh and blood is added.
Right, sir. And like Vision now has also, started this history optional to aid students preparing well for their optional subject. So what are we providing in our classroom for history?
See, our approach is like this. We are a team working together. We have a thorough plan on that. Okay, thorough plan in sense who shall start what and who shall handle what, number one. Next, number two, how many number of sessions we have to allocate for each segment. Then third important thing is, okay, every day we are planning now to start map pointing, at least 10 to 15 minutes, one faculty to address the students on map pointing. Because it is utmost scoring. Okay, if you are thorough with map pointing means, nothing like that. Okay, it's extraordinary, we are performing well with map pointing. So that we have planned out one program, every day 15 minutes, a faculty to address the students and to train them, educate them on map pointing. Okay, what are the places we have figured out all important historically, and we will teach them how to figure them out in map pointing and how to write a commentary and all that. That apart, then you see we have a systematic notes we prepare. Systematic notes, soon after the class is over, we are dictating, plus a synopsis is provided. Our AI wing is there, artificial intelligence wing is there. They are providing exceptionally great material. Okay, so what else you require? Perspectives are there. And that apart, every topic, after the topic, it's a must for us to discuss questions first. If the civil service questions are like this, then what shall be the answer of yours?
Correct.
I have given you concept, I have explained you concept, frame the answer. We are ready to evaluate their script. So evaluation, imparting concept, making them to answer, and evaluation of that same answer, everything is taken care. So pakka professional course is going on
Right.
here. Okay, that way it is a good job we are doing.
And sir, do we have any mentoring component along with it?
Mentoring components is obviously, we have our coordinators here. The boys have easy accessibility to them. You can get accessible to the faculty, coordinators at any time. That apart, even in the faculty, classroom also faculty, we open up one session exclusively for interaction. For instance, you have doubts on the topic that is covered. Immediately we don't go to the other topic. We are opening it up for discussion. Any questions you have in your mind, it's open for discussion. So mentoring is there, constant.
And sir, how important is answer writing, and how does VisionIAS in this program aid in answer writing for optional?
Answer writing is a must in sense, you see, you are not trained first of all. 90% of the candidates are not trained in framing the answers. Because they are all products of university education and different boards, technical board and other engineering graduates. Their way of answering is different. The way they look at the question is different. Whereas UPSC expectations are different. What are the demands here in the question? Components of the question. You have to understand the components of the question. Okay, everything you know is not the answer. Then take one, we generally say 30 seconds of time to frame the answer in your mind first. Okay, jot it down the points. Then you start answering. Your pen shall not get stopped. Okay, because time is hardly 10 to 12 minutes. Present the answer logically. Okay, there again we will train them. There are some techniques how you have to start the paragraph. Okay, generally people are using side headings, drawing and all that. I don't know how to handle how to address this problem. This is done at intermediate and 10th level. You are preparing for civils, the toughest exam in the world at a India level. So your answer shall look more like an intellectual answer, you understand? Not like a school kid and intermediate candidate answer, giving a graph like that. It is not expected of you. Every important point you wanted to highlight, make it the first sentence of the paragraph, underline that. Examiner, by just glancing over your answer, he should get the gist of your answer.
Right.
Okay. Very honestly, I am telling you, no examiner would evaluate patiently because we know how they do it.
Right.
Some of our colleagues are there, going for evaluation. Okay, there you see, they just is search for certain points as per the question given. If the point is there and you have highlighted that, that's enough for him.
Right.
He got the answer. Okay. So how you present that answer logically, paragraph wise. Okay, that matters. We train all this. We address them in our day-to-day interaction with them.
So, sir, coming before ending this segment, what is one thing you would like to say to the students who have now decided to take optional, and anything that will motivate them going forward with their optional?
See, it's not only for history and for other optionals also. Okay, and more so if you have taken history as your option, let us say. First, test yourself whether you are interested in the subject. Interest. This is what that I insist first of all. Such a lively subject, you are emotionally connected with the subject. No one can stop you. Okay. Connection. I tell you, some of my experiences with some of our toppers. Okay, one guy secured 43 rank, another third, already a third rank. These candidates are thoroughly fascinated by the subject, right? They developed their love for the subject. For them, it is not a preparation, it is life. Even today, even after in the service or joint service also, they are asking for something new developments, you understand. If you have gone to that level, your involvement will take care of you.
Right.
You don't have to do it a separate preparation. Preparation itself is part of life. So my sincere suggestion to the candidates, whether they have taken history optional or any other optional, first you see whether you are interested in that or not. Sadhana is very important. Constant meditation on your subject, love for the subject. Second thing, your paid work, what are we doing? Let the UPSC give any question. Problem of UPSC generally boys who don't understand is, they think that their problem is a bigger problem. Really, the problem of UPSC is much bigger. How to set the question? How to set the question differently? In the 25 years of question papers when we evaluate, whatever the way the question to be set, it's already set.
Right.
In what way you can ask differently?
Right.
You cannot fly over the brain of the guy. Okay. So you see the past questions, catch the pulse of UPSC. Okay, let UPSC set the question. That means you are conquering UPSC. Okay, you are prepared thoroughly to face UPSC in the battlefield. Okay, this you can do confidently when you see the question paper and prepare answer. Don't take any suggestion, any advice from anyone in how to write the answer. First you write it. You write it. Maybe you are very good, in organizing the answer, we don't know. Okay, so first you write, then you get it corrected. Don't take suggestion and advice from others first and write answer. That there you will go wrong. Okay, so these are the things that we generally impart to the candidates, tell them and all that.
Thank you so much, sir, for this
So nice.
very insightful discussion about history optional.
Yes. Okay, I wish all the best for boys preparing for civil service, candidates preparing for civil service. Good opportunity for me to interact with you. Thank you for the opportunity to share my ideas with you. Thank you.
So aspirants, I hope now you have a good idea how to start with the history optional, and if you want to know more about VisionIAS history optional classes, do visit our website. Thank you.